part 11 of my chart series, and here's what you need to know about waterfall charts. Let's now look at a waterfall chart, which is a bit more advanced and works particularly well with financial data where there are inflows and outflows. So what we have here is just a basic income statement. We've got revenue to start. We subtract cost of sales from it, which gives us a subtotal of gross margin. We take out operating expenses, and then we have our net income. So we'll put our active cell in our data and click Insert. And then right here is this option to insert a bunch of different graphs, but we'll focus on the waterfall right here. What this graph defaults to is any positive number is an increase and any negative number is a decrease. That makes sense for our revenue, which we want to show as an increase, and our cost of sales goes down, which is a decrease. However, we want our gross margin to show as kind of a subtotal. The same thing for our net income. So what we can do is click on this gross margin box right here, right click and select this option right here to set as a total. So what that's going to do is instead of it adding to our graph, it's going to show as basically a subtotal. And we can do the same thing in this net income. We've got to select that first and then hit set as total. So this shows, in essence, the flows of our financial information. A positive revenue goes down for our cost of sales. We have a subtotal and then a subtotal again for net income. Here's another example of a waterfall chart that I've used in the past. What we have here is a section looking at quarterly revenue last year versus this year and then a change. In order to make the chart work the best, we're going to come down here and kind of create a data set for our chart. So we'll put in last year's revenue right here. And then what we want to do is put the change for Qs 1 through 4. And we'll reference those right there. And then this year's revenue, we can just hit Alt equals to create a sum. And you'll notice that this 1.275 is the same as 1.275 million right there. So now we can put our cell into that section, select Insert, and come here to this waterfall chart. Similarly, this is something that any positive is an increase and any negative is a decrease. So what we can do is change the blue and the orange. If you select this increase button right there and then change the shape fill to green, that will add that, and then we can take this decrease and let's make it red so that it looks, so green is good and red is bad. Again, when I've worked with this in the past, what I've wanted to do is show a total right here in the first section. So we'll set this as a total. And then this one right here, we'll also set as a total. And so what this is showing right here is, hey, here is what our revenue was last year. In Q1, our revenue went down year over year, 25,000, went up, down, up, and then this is where we ended our year. Again, this is a little bit more of a complex graph. If you're graphing financial information, waterfall charts can be useful, but not really common from what I've seen.